Just different things for every drive. It hurt. The first half, you look back, you never know when they're going to come back to get you until you see that they got you a little bit. But it's 2 field goals, I think. First drive, we had an opportunity here or there, potentially just didn't make a play, and got points out, which is good. So both kind of situations, kind of keep looking back and studying, going, should I call something differently? Was it a poor execution or whatnot? And the last one we did, the second half, we did a great job until we fumbled, because I was going, even though with the fumble, it was first and goal on the 6 after we fumbled, and after the penalty, it was like first and goal on the 6, and we got to the 1. That's just a fumble, so nothing there. I thought we figured it out pretty well in the second half. We gotta keep trucking. Gotta keep trucking on that. It's good we're getting points, we're just not scoring enough touchdowns. So as that point emphasis in practice, and keep trucking.
So how do you emphasize that in practice?
Do those situational stuff, put the ball inside the 15, and get the looks you're going to see defensively from the team you're playing against, and go get it. And keep going. And then you got, like I've always said before, is it plays? Is it not putting the right guys in the right spots? Is it should call something differently? And all there's so many things I always add into it. So that's how you do. That's how you practice. So it's been good. It's been good to see. Excited to see what happens.
So what do you think UCF?
Overall, they're sound. I mean, they lost last week, but they've been sound defensive. Statistically, pretty good. Most of their stuff statistically, they run well. I'm sure they're going to put pressure on us from their front if they can. They play a lot of man coverage. They run really well. So I think they're going to probably try and hopefully probably try to get pressure their front four if they can, and try to play coverage in the back end.
What do you like about, you had 2 plays where you had one where Cole got to run and one where Zeke got to do. What do you like about, I guess, giving those guys a chance?
You try to get guys who can make plays on the field. So they've shown the ability to in practice. They did a really good job of that. And it's kind of like, it wasn't as much Jason Jalen-ish, but it's just like you got guys and you have with Daniel not playing in that game, you're like, okay, can we get ball distribution to the guys, to different people? So it's like E-man in the backfield, and different ways to get guys that can really make plays. And keeping 2 quarterbacks on the field is good because they can still, it's not like if you take one, we do it differently. I mean, both those kids can throw. Like we can do a lot of different things. So I think the athleticism they both showing in practice has given us the confidence to say, let's do it if we need to. And it makes the defense after practice, which is good.
Is there an option there for either of those plays?
Maybe, maybe not. I guess you gotta keep watching. You never know. You never know.
So far this season with the Jalen quarterback, I think you guys are averaging like on a 3rd down to 3rd and 7. Is there a particular reason you're saying 1st and 2nd down that you guys are being forced in situations where there's a lot?
I know. What was that again? What did you say initially?
I think you guys with Jalen at quarterback are averaging 3rd and 7 when it goes to 3rd down.
Yeah.
Against that case in sports. But is there a particular reason that you're seeing it be like turn a longer 3rd down situation?
No, you know the crazy thing, and I was thinking about this. I can't do any statistical analysis right now because I didn't look hard at it. But like the last 2 games, we've made some better plays on 3rd and long than we did 3rd and medium. The problem I'm having right now is disappointed with our 3rd and medium, our 3rd and 4 2-7. Now, like I said before, every year, I'm a math guy, so you want to play a stats game, I can play a stats game with you guys. But there's situations sometimes where you're trying to get to 4th down and manageable. You know, because we're at 3 and 9, I think they were 2 and 2 on 4th down. So you do the math skills there, like, well, then it really becomes 5 and 9. So I mean, there's different ways to look at different numbers. Sometimes we would have had games where we've got leads and we're 3rd and 9, we just hand the ball off. We're not going to make it. You know, so there's different things in that. But the thing that we were really good at last year was the 4 to 7. I thought we were really good. Devin was terrific. Luke and Jared Cage were making plays. They were doing really good things in that 4 to 7 range, where it should be the 3rd and manageable, as people like to call it. Like you try to get to it. And we haven't been as successful in that deal for a multitude of reasons. Maybe missed a throw or poor route or protection or whatever it's been, or trying to run and not get it. You know, so it's been those kind of moments. So we have to keep working on that. The 3rd and long has been weird because, like, I think you're running once or twice. 3rd and I think the corner route we threw to Cam was like 3rd and 10 or something. Yeah. You know, and that crazy. Like we were better on 3rd and long than our 3rd and medium. So that's another area of improvement practice-wise. 2 big areas that I keep working on. Like, okay. So to me, it's like a puzzle. Like each year is different. We got to keep trying to figure this thing out, or just stay the heck out of them. But no, we got to keep working on that. So it is a great question. But sometimes at 3rd and 7 or 8, sometimes maybe we start off with a play action, it didn't work, and then you run it, got to 3rd and 7 sometimes. So sometimes that is, because I don't remember many 3rd downs in the second. I think we only had 4 3rd downs in the second half. I think we were 2 of 4 if you want to play the statistical game. I think it was 2 of 4. I think we were 1 of 5 at the end of the first half. So we stayed out of them, and we had less drives. We did a pretty good job in that situation. I think we got better. But yes, 2 areas we definitely need to improve on if we want to be where we need to get to offensively.
Jalen's on pace for one of the best statistical seasons by his quarterback. What's that journey been like over the last year from the point that you said he was really pressing, things weren't looking good, he was in that point, and what's he doing better and doing well now?
I think one of the things is we're probably throwing the ball a little more earlier maybe, kind of get him in a little bit of a rhythm. Some shorter stuff's been good for us, I think, or getting those situations. I think that's been good. I think the confidence level that he has in our offense right now. And maybe it's a comfort level for me, obviously, because we've been together for 5 years. I think that the relationship we have, I think, has helped sit down with him, I think he knows what's coming. I think that's been really confident. I think that's the fun part of the journey, is seeing the excitement he has, some of the throws he's made. Like, I mean, first play of the game, I expected to go 93 or whatever. It was an RPO run play, and he read through, and the cornerback cheated, and we thought he could cheat. We didn't know he was going to. And that's, I think, the progression he made, like not assuming it's going to happen, reading it true, and it happened. So I think, and making better decisions. I think normal down and distance situation has been so much better. And being able to run and not take that chance. Then we got to get to the point of, at the end of the game, sometimes when you don't have much time left, like me and him talked after the game, like the 26 seconds, you need to take a chance. You know, so that's a different switch you got to turn. So that's where I think that's the last part of it. I always call, there's different parts of progressions for quarterback. I go, I say, you played great. I go, 16-2 is terrific. People, I don't look at someone told me, I'm like, that's awesome. I knew it's a pretty good number. I kind of look at the bad stuff. I look at sacks. I look at interceptions. So I remember, I know it's 2, and then the only sack we took in the game was a naked. Like, so we've been really well in that regard. 16, I don't even think about, but and that stuff, I think he's done a really good job minimizing, making great plays and minimizing poor decisions. But then you got to kind of flip the switch and go, okay, 26 seconds, you're going to have to make a dicey throw. So you need a chunk play somewhere to get, so that's where I think we have to do that. And we have to work in that practice. You got to throw. Lance, we did a great job. What did we do well? Now, sometimes it ain't going to show. It ain't going to show maybe for weeks. You don't know what. You just keep on doing it. But like that deep throw, like, got to try and get up. I told him, I said it might be double. Find the guy who's not double covered and make a play. See what happens.
How do you address the ball security as a ball carrier? Because
we do it so much. I know. I do it so much. We do it all the time. Just keep on harping and stressing in there. We talk about grabbing the watch. He just didn't grab the watch. He made a great play. I thought he reached out for it. Talking about Jalen, right?
Yeah.
I thought he reached out for it, but I watched the copy, and then I watched the TV copy also, because sometimes you get different views of it. And he just got knocked out. He just didn't grab. He didn't cover. He wasn't trying. I thought at first, I'm like, oh no, did he try to score? And he really didn't. He was fighting for it. A lot of times it comes down to why it's so bad that you got to know when it's done. It's like talking about it's over. The play's done. You got to the one to stop. Let's cover it up. And that's where you just keep on stressing and showing, and then keep going back to the blaster and all that good stuff.
How hard is it to get that first down on kind of a last minute desperation drive? It seems like sometimes you guys have success when you have a longer period of time.
It is. It's easier. It's sometimes you have your playbook's bigger. With more time where you can run quarterback drive, you can go run around where he's going to sit in the pocket, you got to make a chunk. So it is difficult, more difficult, but you got to do it. And you just got to put them. I got to do a better job putting them in those situations within practice, like certain throw, hey, this. And so he knew it was coming. We talked about the whole drive, because the weird thing about that drive was like we were in 2 modes. We were in, hey, we might have to still get a first down mode. Then I got down to, or kneel, do we have to take a delayed kneel to get a delayed kneel to get extra seconds? To also, hey, but if they do score, we got to get back in touchdown field goal mode. That worst can be a field goal. So it's like a lot of different conversations. So me and him had laid out, the coach said we laid out the whole drive that was coming. Like those 4 plays that came, or at least the first 2 were coming or were coming. Like we knew it had, like, hey, you just got to be prepared for all different things. So yeah, but the first one's tough because you're trying to say you have one timeout, so you can't play in the middle. And we had an opportunity, I think, Emmanuel a little bit, and Keenan was coming over on a dig potential a little bit. But you hope to get that one just to get going.
How would you evaluate the run game and what are the kind of next steps?
I thought the run game was solid in the second half. I thought we got what we needed out of it. To me, it's like, we were just talking about that, it's like, if you're doing something well and they're not stopping it, why are you going somewhere else? So if they're struggling to stop the short passing game, let's say, then what do you need to just keep doing it? It's just like when you're running the ball well, or when you're running the ball game tempo, you keep doing it, they can't stop it. So I think we've done a good job doing things that are keep us keep drives going and do what the defense is giving us. Just like the second touchdown, Emmanuel caught that one play drive. What they were trying to do run game wise, we were running an unbalanced set, and they brought their free safety down and their backside safety down. Like they were bringing everybody to try to stop the run, the box, and that's what opened up that type of throw. So I think the second half was better. I think it got what we needed. Deshaun had some runs, and Jalen was running around a little bit. So I think when you go touchdown, fumble, touchdown, I think you kind of got pretty good drives going. So I think that's where it's kind of been kind of the mixture part. Early on, they threw some 4 down at us, a little more than we thought. A little bit, so it's kind of like, okay, now, hey, are they gonna play this 4 down? They had it in their package, but like, are they going 4 down now on us or 3 down? So you had to kind of feel. And sometimes the easier feels for. I'll sometimes kind of maybe take a quick pass game or some other stuff and kind of see what they're gonna do. But I thought it felt better. I was excited at the second half. I'm like, okay, we felt pretty good at halftime.
What have you thought of what Keaton's done recently? He had some big catches.
Fired up. You see, you guys have been to practice and seen him like he's a talented young man. It just looked like it was so fun because he caught a couple of short throws. And then that corner route he ran in the fourth quarter, he snapped that kid like it was a great route, like a legit great route, snapped the kid off and made a great route and catch. And like so excited, like, and that's what we know he has. So it's so fun to see him just keep building out there. Just like Bowen has some really big plays too, and it's fun to see him. What you've seen before, like, has some really big explosive plays too. It's kind of fun to see those guys kind of. Not that the leg goes off, but the confidence level, you're like, yes, because you know it's there. And he hadn't had many opportunities. It finally got some.
When you're in the press box, what's your reaction when you see Bowden wide open?
Let's go. I feel like the Mason Fairchild, Jared Case experience again, man, doesn't it? Like those kind of moments. But no, it's been good. He's been a really, like not a surprise. He knew he was good, but like just done a really great job. You know, especially with something that's happened in that room now. He comes in like. He got in there late. We got another good, solid player, and he's been terrific. So it's pretty excited to see that. Kind of, you just see it for him. You're like, yes. Then you're just like, please make the throw. Jokingly, I saw that ball. I'm like, oh no, it was a hell of a catch. It really was tough. It wasn't easy. It was a heck of a catch. That catch was a great catch. That Emmanuel's catch behind the second touchdown was impressive, man. It wasn't like it was like turned back a little bit, catch it, and then still spun off and went cruising. So it's pretty impressive.
Where do you think the tight end blocking is at this stage of the season?
Improving daily. I really do. I think it's seriously. I think it is. I think it's some of the stuff we're asking them to do. They keep getting better. Carson, being a young kid, he's kind of figuring it out. So it has his tools and skill set. But I think every day it keeps getting better and better. And now figuring out what they really are great at, because you kind of figure it out throughout the process too. But I'm excited about it. I think it's coming around. Bowen's done a good job. I thought that was the best. As the game progressed, I thought that was the most physical game those kids played. So it's been really fun to see.
Is there a reason do you see something with him, with Mason Fairchild, with Jared Casey that explains why these guys get so much separation and just sort of pop up into these pockets? And
It's play calling, right?
Yeah,
obviously. Joking. You know this and I know this, and had to through Andy too when we sat down. And I was really fortunate. Me and him had worked together for a long time, and we're both play action type guys, and we were back in the Whitewater days. Not that we worked together, but we ran the ball exceptionally well Whitewater, and once you could do that, play action just come. But if you have the ability to run the ball, and whether you're doing it at a high clip or not, when people know you can, and you can bring in a bunch of heavy personnel formations, that's a lot of times those things kind of bust open. A unique formation or heavy personnel type stuff, they have to respect the run, and they know you can. I think that's a big part. That's how things sometimes people say bust open or blow wide open. It's just that, but it's a fact of us. It's a fact of us having the ability, knowing in the year we've been in that we can run it, the ability to run it. That helps. And then throwing a lot of those guys out there is tough. Most defensive guys, they don't like a lot of heavy personnel type things out there all the time. And Iowa State's proven that for years, obviously. Throwing out the tight ends and all that stuff. And K-State, and we kind of built that same way, been built that way through Buffalo and here and so on.
Hey, Jim, I don't know what the high shot status is, but I think Bichon been like 54, 59 snaps. How big is it for like a Stewart or Thompson to develop?
It is, and I think that's still a week by week deal. And that game, it was weird because there were some short drives. So sometimes, a lot of people are going to use the word rhythm or whatever, and it wasn't like you sometimes worry about what's he doing while he's out there, sometimes if you're carrying the ball a ton of time, you need some blow. You need a low blow or low break. And he didn't have as many carries at certain times, so like he wasn't getting tired, for lack of a better word. He wasn't getting beat up or whatever you want to call it. Or just needed a break so we can kind of keep giving the ball. He could keep going back out there. So it wasn't like there wasn't a lack of confidence in those two. It was a matter of, it was one of those games where we weren't getting him a ton of carries. So like you want to make sure he was still out there when you gave him the carries, because the carries were kind of sporadic. And I know it was good to get it because he had a couple of great 8, 10, 12-yard type runs. But it wasn't like that consistent. It was kind of like last year. If Devin or whoever getting a lot of carries and you give him a break, it wasn't like he was getting tired by getting all the carries. So we weren't too concerned. So that's kind of why it happened. Great question.
You talked about Cole and Isaiah, both of you guys were engaged.
Yeah.
Whenever you have plays in the game plan where they can't actually be in there, not just because you're alive a lot, like, do you sense any sort of added intent from them?
During the week, I probably see the little smile, like a little like, I think anybody gets a little package of plays, kind of like, okay, I died. And the weirdest thing that happened in the game was you kind of hope to potentially get those things out there. Sometimes you don't want a guy standing around for long periods of time and also have to go out there. And the way that game kind of happened, I'm like, well, stay loose. It didn't happen to the fourth quarter for Isaiah, and then he almost gashed it. So it was a really testament to those guys for staying loose, and they have to, because we all know that the second guy's one snap away, one helmet away, and the third guy could be the second helmet away. So I think they do a great job of staying loose and relying, keeping. Plus, there's so many darn TV timeouts, which is a good thing, because I'm sure that's what financially takes care of us. But like those guys, a lot of times they throw and run around, be like 250 and 240 and 310. So I think they do a great. You see them out there throwing all the time, just to stay kind of for those moments. Because I think that's always, every spot's hard. So hard also you come in because your first moment could be 3rd and 11, and we need a throw. So I think that's why I think they're ready. It's okay that we did that.
Are they in your ear and calling?
No, but like I said, I could tell. I knew at halftime, like I told him, I go, okay, when was Cole's the third quarter? I think it was the third quarter. So at halftime, I'm like, dude, I'm getting to it. I'm going to. I promise you. I go, I promise you, man. I know. They're always both. I'm like, it's cool. Deep down, I'm like, no, you're not saying. You're thinking like, you know what they're really saying. I'm like, guys, I'm getting to it, man. I'm getting to it. It's been a weird first half. So it is, and they did. Luckily, we did, and then they both. It was really impressive. They both did a really good job. Really good.
Anything else, Coach Zebrowski?